It's week 1 of the National Football League, where division rivals will clash in the NFC North. It's the Packers and the Vikings, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
A very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. Today, we kick off the new year with an NFC North matchup between the Green Bay Packers and the Minnesota Vikings. Joined by Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it is finally time to kick off another NFL regular season, folks. Here we go, and what a game we have to start, Charles. A rivalry showdown between the Packers and the Vikings, two teams who have really defined the NFC North for some time.
So let's face it, fans in Detroit, fans in Chicago don't want to hear it, but you nailed it, because one of these two has won 13 of the last 15 NFC North titles. In Green Bay, they're on a 3-year streak with 13 wins in each of those seasons. The Packers are obviously heavy favorites, but if Minnesota can get above its 8 wins from last year, they've got a chance to challenge Green Bay for this division crown.
Kicker Brian Johnson out there to get us started. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Vikings offense coming out for the first time, and in his 5th season leading this crew, coming off his 3rd career Pro Bowl nod, Kirk Cousins.
Kirk Cousins is back for his 5th year as Minnesota's starter, tied for the longest streak of stability the team has had at quarterback since, get this, Fran Tarkenton in the late 1970s. He's been excellent during that time, making a 2nd Pro Bowl last season after 4,200 yards and 33 touchdowns through the air. The Vikings, though, still hovering right around 500 at the 8-win mark, hoping to see him lead a talented roster back to the postseason.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he'll get this to the 32. The Vikings here hosting Green Bay in the season opener, and they've got one of those quirks in the schedule that is going to work in their favor. They play all 3 of their division home games in the first 5 weeks of the year. After Green Bay today, they'll host Detroit in week 3 and then Chicago in week 5.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense, because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A first down for Minnesota. Cousins finding Thielen.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Packer pressure, and down he goes. Preston Smith comes in for the sack. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack. To try again after the sack, Cousins. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 40. A good pickup there at 22. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, just the last thing you want to see here in the first quarter of a new season. Hopefully nothing serious. We'll step aside for a moment. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Cook. And he'll be taken down at the 34. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done, because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you. and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 18. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues. This is shaping up to be a really nice-looking drive to get the season underway here.
And how long do you think that they actually have been plotting this drive? I talk about the coaching staff, right? They've been thinking about this for a while now, and I think they're executing it even better than what they expected.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line. He provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
On 2nd and 11 now. Cousins. We're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks him. And the Packers are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want. Hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
Yeah, 1 for 1. A lot more to go. Rodgers throw into the hands of Cobb. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards, the final tally. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Nice job there forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game. Watching him try to take away that area of the field.
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. Out of the backfield, this is Aaron Jones. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 34-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 34. Buying time to his left. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver. Robert Tonyan, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down. CD, take a look at this draft class from this offense, and they went defense with their first-round pick.
Yeah, and you and I both know there were a lot of good players on that list, but this was a defense that was in need of an infusion of
touchdown. Robert Tonyan, 34 yards. And the Packers are on the board here first in the season opener. And Johnson's extra point up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it was Robert Tonyan capping it all off on the touchdown grab. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Cousins. Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Rodgers. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Rodgers, a check down here to Jones. And he's he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
An unfortunate time penalty there. That cancels out a positive.
Step to the move on. Yardage, you got to get back. Focus on the next play. Move on.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw complete here on target to Tunyon. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A gain there of 21 yards. Final 30 seconds of this first quarter. And it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And the Packers are going to be set up with a first and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Packers with the football here to begin the second quarter as they go to work on a first and goal. Jones is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Jones again, but he will lose yardage here. Back to the 4-yard line. They lost 2 there, and it's third down.
And now third and goal coming up, the loss on second down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
Rodgers now on third and goal. And this is going to be incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
Johnson's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they had the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
We'll remind you that coming up tonight, the first Sunday nighter of the new season. And how about this for a matchup? The Buccaneers and the Cowboys from Dallas, 8:20 Eastern. Then tomorrow, Monday night, just one game here in Week 1 this year. And it'll pit the Broncos and Seahawks as Russell Wilson makes his Bronco debut. And, of course, where is it? Seattle. Coincidence? We'll let you decide. They start the drive with Cook. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football. It's been had a whole lot of success.
Throwing, Cousins. Catch is made here by Irv Smith Jr. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one covers 29 yards, first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
And that's complete to K.J. Osborne. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 35. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. Play action now. Cousins. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Osborne. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up for the first and goal.
Over the middle, complete. It's Osborne. Touchdown, Vikings! K.J. Osborne from 10 yards out. And the Vikings have got it back to within a score. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Joseph connects on the extra point. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. That drive goes 80 yards in 6 plays. And it's polished off by a Viking score. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Another drive coming up for this Packers offense. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate. And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with the tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Here's Rodgers to throw. This is Cobb with a catch right side. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 13 yards, first down, Packers.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Now a first down carry by Jones. Good footwork at the 30. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
Downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Here's Jones again on second down. And he'll get maybe a couple before he's taken down, as that will take us to the 2-minute warning. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Rodgers now to throw. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. I think everyone in the stadium saw that big hit coming.
And I, as a former defensive back, have to admit I'm a little disappointed. He actually was able to hold on to the ball. He brought the lumber on that play. Give my man a whole lot of credit for taking the hit and possessing the football.
And picking up the first down.
How about that tip ball going their way? They've got to have a lot of confidence because so far, seems like everything is going their way.
On the other side, they're just hoping that second half it's a little bit of flip the script.
Yeah, let's see if they can hang in there mentally because sometimes when things go against you so much in the first half, it's hard to bounce back.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Sammy Watkins from 4 yards out. And the Packers are able to cash in for 6. And Johnson's extra point up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Here's Johnson set and ready to kick this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
He'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Throw left side complete. That's Osborne. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The Vikings going to signal for their first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Complete. Jefferson the target. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Cousins on 1st down. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be 2nd down. Throwing is Cousins. Middle of the field to Jefferson. And the Vikings are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. To throw, Cousins. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. K.J. Osborne as the first half is winding down. And the Vikings are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Joseph connects on the extra point. And leads down to a field goal at 17-14. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his few as the clock will run. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll get our tour started out at Venerable Soldier Field in Chicago, where it was the Bears who pick up the victory at home. Justin Fields, 2 touchdown passes as his guys are able to get the victory in their season opener. From there, we head down to Tennessee to check on the Titans at home in Nashville. And in that one, it's the visiting Giants who have the lead. Kenny Golladay, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's motor up to the Motor City. See what's happening with the Lions at home at Ford Field. And things didn't work out for them as they fall to the visiting Philadelphia Eagles. Jalen Hurts, 2 touchdown passes as his guys are able to get the victory in their season opener. And on now to a check on the next-gen stats in that first half for the Packers. And it was important for them to get the season off on the right foot. And they've done just that, thanks to a very solid outing by their passing offense thus far. Able to take advantage of a soft secondary, as both of these two teams really threw the ball at will in that first half. It's a new season, so both of these coaching staffs likely making plenty of adjustments after their first half of football. So for the call of the second half here in Week 1, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
And the half will begin with a touchback.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought the first half, they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. Now, this looks like a roughing call. Okay, so roughing the passer, I've got to imagine that's the last thing you want to see Week 1 as your quarterback taking an unnecessary hit.
I think you're exactly right about that. You hate it any week, but boy, are you on target. This is just depending on him to take him through 17 games, so you definitely can't let him get hurt right now.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field.
We always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in Week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout.
They'll try and run for it with Jones.
And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football,
He's going to be a foot or so short. On now is the Packers punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And that will hit and continue on out of bounds.
We're certainly not going to see a better punt than that. Definitely taking a chance, because if that thing clips the pylon, it comes out to the 20, but instead, it goes out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out, and now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for the second half.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
Justin Jefferson bringing in the slant.
And they'll get him down up past the 15.
Cousins in step with Jefferson that time. First down, Vikings.
Very nice catch there by Justin Jefferson, one of the best receivers in the game after just 2 seasons in the league. As a rookie, 2nd-team All-Pro, and then in his 2nd year, was 2nd in the league in yardage. This guy continues to grow and get better with every game.
So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17. Cook up the gut. They find some open field here. And up to the 30 and down. Another big yards.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
Cousins to throw it. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down.
Devontae Wyatt.
That is one that he will remember. His first career sack in his first career game in the National Football League.
When you spend your first-round pick on a pass rusher, you are absolutely counting on him to be an impact player. And there you go. Right away, he gets to the quarterback.
And guess what? Likely the first of many that we're going to see from that young man. Cousins throw complete to Thielen. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 19 yards that time for number 19.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
First down, here's the run with Cook. Room here to run. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30.
48 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Cousins now. Complete. Smith has it.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. To throw is Cousins.
Open man is Osborne. He's got him. And he will have a Vikings first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short. Blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. This is a very impressive drive, especially when you consider where they started from to now be set up 1st and goal.
Yeah, some nice running right there. That's what got them the first down. But at this point, I suggest open up your playbook. You can call just about what you want.
Cousins. And this ball is caught by Irv Smith. Touchdown, Vikings. Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now in the afternoon.
And the Vikings go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. So a very strong first drive in the second half, Charles, as they turn that halftime deficit into a 3rd quarter lead.
They were pretty purposeful there, weren't they? Measured in their approach. But, boy, they executed awfully well, moving the ball down the field.
Joseph now to have the PAT. It's up and good to make it 21-17. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. And it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. He gets it over the middle to Cobb. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of the defense.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Packers who have the football, but in need of points as we begin quarter number 4.
Second down, another shot for Jones.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about his desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame whooping has turned into results.
To throw is Rodgers.
Got a man, it's Tonyan. And he's going to have the Packers first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. To throw, it's Rodgers. That's complete to Cobb. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A big play that time on the catch and run. And it'll move the chains. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Now Jones. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
2nd down and goal. Rodgers. And it's a Packers touchdown.
Robert Tonyan.
Already his 2nd touchdown here this opening weekend.
And the Packers answer back with a touchdown of their own to take them. And Johnson's extra
3-point lead.
Here's Johnson set and ready to kick this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
And out now come the Vikings.
We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter.
Some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That was all Preston Smith. Navigating into the backfield, he gets the tackle for loss. The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now Cousins. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Cook. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
A 1st down throw for Cousins.
Throw caught there by Osborne.
And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Cousins. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown That gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
They'll try the middle with Cook. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2. And it brings up second down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive. And once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
From the 22, Cousins. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks him.
And the Packers are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They get the crucial turnover, just huge, but now they've got the football deep in their own territory, and you got to be careful because if you give it right back, there goes your lead.
Have to be extremely happy with their defense. They received a gift. That takeaway, even though they're deep in their own territory, now they have the football. And you know there's always that alpha on defense, that grouchy guy. Forget what the coaches said. I'll guarantee you, he told the quarterback, we just took care of you. Now you take care of us.
How about this? They'll try the option, left side. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively.
Well, that's what he can do. He keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop it.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained. And, in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
He's going to have the first down and more than that.
Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. And right side, they're going to go option here. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And they will take a knee here. Second and 11. Up the middle, Jones. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational.
Now, this was not just the opener of a brand-new season, but this was a division game here in Week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for the Packers, it wasn't always pretty, but they do eke out the Week 1 victory here by a field goal. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles.